Hi Sagittarius, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump on into your reading. I'm being called to kind of this different kind of deck here. So we'll start with this, get some messages. Sagittarius, most important vital message, please. Most important vital message that you need to communicate. Okay, a maiden. Okay, you could have Libra placements or be very beautiful, of course. The sword in the reverse. Okay, let's continue. Tell us more for Sagittarius. The underworld. Maybe you're involved with a Scorpio or somebody with heavy Pluto placements, or maybe something's transforming in your life. Maybe something is becoming more stable in your life as well. Is the vibe I'm getting. But maybe you had to like end a previous way of doing something to come into more stability as well. But let's go ahead and see the maiden. 77. Okay, there could be maybe a potential change in where you live. Could be things to do with business contracts and marriages. The Virgin, the Princess, and the Innocent. The Virgin, the Princess. Okay, the maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal. The maiden is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, okay, and precarious purity. She's compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. Wow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of maiden mother crone, and rightfully so because she has oh so much to learn. The maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to challenge that leads up to the next phase of womanhood. So maybe you are growing up. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests. The maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, like nights as in like a knight with shining armor, but dark nights, and taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. Okay, so something like Alice in Wonderland type vibes here. Curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality on the dark side, pretends, rejects, denies, or fantasizes. Interesting. Persephone, Alice, or any princess figure. Okay. Persephone was taken into the underworld by the god of the underworld, Hades. So that's interesting. Maybe this person watches you a lot. I'm seeing like 4 different eyeballs or 3 different eyeballs here, and the moon kind of coming up. It's kind of like a bush, but there's a bunch of worms. Could be relevant here too. Do you long to be rescued by another or receive a kiss that brings you back to life? Be wary of waiting for a prince. Break the spell of your own life. So you could be loving yourself at this time, really pouring in, forging your own path. I think we had a Sagittarius reading that mentioned that. So you could be really like enacting the change you want to see in your life, realizing that you can. All you need is the hope. Like it's really mindset at the end of the day. When you feel inspired, when you realize that there's something out there that you never knew was there, but it is available out there for you, and it's waiting for you, and it's like the perfect opportunity. Maybe you'll have a sense of hope. Moving from the maiden to the mother is challenging, often leaving unresolved tensions between the 2 archetypes for years, if not a lifetime. So maybe you're processing a lot about how you grew up, maybe your mother specifically, and kind of how you can mother yourself going forward, and what can you take from what you've experienced, what can you appreciate, and what can you digest, right? So interesting. Maybe we'll read the underworld as well. $159. Okay. Definitely somebody you're dating. Maybe a Leo energy here, someone quite confident, attention seeking, maybe likes to date, have fun. Let's see. The nightmare, the ordeal, the bottom. This is no time to mince words. I like that this is in the previous position, which means you've already moved through this. And I like how there's this kind of like lightness, this beautiful new creation. Maybe you're birthing something new creation, growing it, nurturing it like a mother would. And you know, the mother is actually associated with the darkness in the universe because it's the moon, right? And it comes out at night, and we need all that darkness as the kind of womb that we all birth our creations into, right? So, okay. There was nightmares, suffering, and pain in the past. It is the darkest shadow realm, which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might. So maybe you're embracing it. Like the mother is a really powerful archetype for embracing the darkness because she literally births something, right? So she's caring for something in the darkness of her womb. So interesting. Maybe you're learning how to utilize it, how to nurture it, how to actually work with it in a positive way. Okay, let's see. The underworld, or denying its existence altogether, is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace. The underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light in our shadowy times. I mean, something just had to end maybe in your life, in your past, so that you could move into this new creation with this rose. You know, we need the soil, we need all that fertilizer, right, before we can birth something. So, interesting. You could have been in denial in the past. Maybe you were suppressing things. Something was unconscious. On the light side, bravery, depth, and facing the darkest fears. So it looks like you are successfully facing it and moving forward into more positivity and light and growth, manifestation. Something about the Harry Potter symbol here with the triangle, the circle, philosopher's stone thing. Inanna's descent. Yeah, this is literally Persephone or Inanna. It's the same god. Goes into the underworld. And yeah, very cool. But the thing is, they were a great couple. They were a power couple, and that's because she became on Earth. She on above Earth, she was power. She ruled over fertility, right, and farming. But underneath, she ruled magic. She ruled communing with the dead type vibes. Harvest, you know, because whatever we grow comes to an end, and it comes to a harvest as we approach fall and autumn. And so they work really well together, actually. Hades and Persephone, as she is queen of the underworld, basically. Um, cool. And also they say that when she descended with Hades, that he really turned her into a mother, because previously she was just a daughter, right? She was just the daughter of her mother. I forget who that was. It starts with a C. But then when she descended into the underworld, she became a mother, or like a wife. Really, she matured in a sense. So go ahead and see more messages. Interesting. This could be all metaphorical, of course. Oh, yeah, death here with Scorpio energy here, transformation to come into greater power. You can see the butterfly there. Messages for Sagittarius people, placements. This could have been about give and take dynamics. Maybe somebody you met at work, and there could have been a need to have boundaries, and that's what's really turning you from someone innocent into somebody who has boundaries now, or knows how to advocate for themselves in give and take dynamics, not just be walked all over and taken for granted by everybody, because everybody will. Because your relationship with other people starts with the relationship with yourself. So if you're not enacting proper boundaries, if somebody's looking to use you for finances, or you have to make sure you're advocating for yourself. You could be having an interview, maybe also. It could be a powerful interview with powerful people, maybe. This could have came after a period of rebirth. I'm seeing this kind of picture, this painting. It looks like the Ace of Pentacles is like, I don't know if you can see that. He has like a bunch of certificates all around him. And then in the corner, there's like a hand holding a giant coin. So there could be some opportunity coming from you, but this is from your ability to fight for yourself, advocate for yourself, put up boundaries. Yeah, interesting. And this could be you making choices or decisions. Maybe you were kind of indecisive before in the past. Tell us, let's see what they want you to do at this time. What would you like Sagittarius to do at this time? What do you want Sagittarius to do at this time? Justice in the reverse. So maybe you're bringing justice back into your life, especially I mentioned Libra energy here. Justice is a Libra card. It's about legal systems. It's about kind of having karmic retribution. You know, Libra and Capricorn are quite related to that kind of having to take control back, especially if anything's been unjust. So let's go ahead and see justice. Responsibility, okay. Maybe you had to like remove responsibility from something in the past. Maybe somebody was trying to put their responsibilities onto you. So you've kind of had to discern. There it is. Okay, make sure that you're not hurting people as well. Maybe you're reflecting on any kind of hurts that have been caused, or maybe somebody hurt you. Um, or it may be that someone, that for some reason, someone literally has it in for you. And especially if they're like attracted to you or intimate with you, or they want to have control over you. Pluto can be a controlling, traumatic planet as well. It can, you know, Plutonian relationships. Google that if you need any more help with that. But those can be relationships that cause us to transform and come into our own power. And I'm seeing a lot of Pluto energy actually here. Dishonesty and deceit are likely here. So maybe somebody who was deceiving you or trying to deceive you didn't want you to see clearly. But it looks like, especially since there's so much of this beautiful golden light here, this beautiful pink, and maybe there's a real kind of authenticity or kind of something to do with the color pink could be relevant. Maybe look at the spiritual meaning of that. But it's also with this yellow and gold behind it. So it's like yellow and gold can represent the masculine, the sun, gold, abundance, joy, strength, leadership ability, queen, king, right? Employ caution and try to find ways to diffuse the situation. So maybe you're working something out with somebody. You might have to work out contracts with somebody, especially if you're getting hired or something like that. Or you're communicating. There's a lot of two people. There's always, you see how many people are in these cards. That's interesting. So it's like about how do you relate to other people and how can you have a good relationship maybe with others. But we'll get you an animal oracle. Best advice for Sag, most vital. Okay, let's see. This could be operating. Let's see before I say anything, actually. Sorry about the wait. Maybe there's a level of patience that has to be employed here. Okay, let's see. 61. Are you giving in order to receive in kind, keeping tally with how much you've given and what is owed to you? This is not the way to experience abundance. When turkey spirit is in the protection position, so maybe you're actually protecting your abundance in some kind of sense. Like turkeys can represent Thanksgiving, right? We are approaching that season when you have a harvest, really. And somebody here could be looking to harvest from you or harvest you for something as well. Is the kind of vibe I'm getting. I'm going to get one more, some more cards before I jump into this too much. Know that whatever you need to fill your stores is coming to you right now. Love, prosperity, knowledge, and assistance from allies who are everywhere and want you to be the abundance you seek. Turkey Spirit is here to tell you that everything evens out when you are aligned with the law of abundance as Spirit wants you to be. Abundance is yours. There could be something about ending, shared financial opportunities, maybe positions in the past you've held, or maybe there's a real level of mastery coming on in after a period of ending something that revolved share finances, like a job or a relationship or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and get other advice. I guess we'll take it. Okay, are you feeling prickly or defensive, assuming you will be hurt before you've even seen any sign of a reaction is called for? So maybe there are like deep psychological patterns here that are coming to the surface that have to be worked through so that you can actually embody more of the kind of queen energy type vibe. Let's see. Float in water. Let your innocent nature keep you buoyant. Okay, yeah. So maybe it's a good time to kind of realize things are changing. We do have the eclipse tonight, and that leads to revelations and new paradigm shifts as people realize things. So let's grab you a piece of advice for Sag. Most important. Wow, just like stood up right there. Okay. Maybe it's important that you kind of lessen your boundaries so that you can actually take opportunities that are coming up in your life. 34. You may feel unsafe or unsupported or entirely out of your body. It can be hard to grow something when you don't have soil to support the foundation. We are in a heavy water energy time astrologically. Put your goals aside and take time to create an earth-based practice. You might find your magic hasn't worked and you're wondering why. That's because a piece of the puzzle is missing. This is especially true if you have never consciously grounded before. Add this to your practice and watch yourself grow. Okay. This could be about gaining a higher perspective or more abundance in shared financial opportunities or in intimacy or deep psychological understanding, power, wisdom, and abundance that comes from that kind of level of facing your shadow side or integrating it in some way. There could also be a new business contract or marriage coming up as well. So we'll grab some juicier messages. Messages for Sagittarius. He loves you honestly. So this could be a Scorpio, family, wealth. Okay, interesting. Older. Somebody here is older and they're protective. Okay, interesting. Somebody here is protective of you. Okay. Maybe you can open up to this person with keep more hidden in the reverse and just do it on the top of that pile. But I hope you like this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe, or hit the Buy Me a Coffee link if you want to leave a tip. If you want a personal reading, you can message me on Telegram. Thanks.